Hello YouTubers, this is Unmini here today, and we're going to be doing a video pickups. Majority of them are going to be the PlayStation 4 games, 2 PlayStation 2 games, and then 1 Switch game. I want to say a good chunk of these were grabbed within this month and maybe mid to early February. So yeah, without further ado, let us begin. The first step I'm going to do is the first of the 2 PS2 games. One's going to be the Guilty Gear XX Accent Core and then Guilty Gear X2. Saw both of them on the store shelves, and technically I had played more of Axis games for the Blaze Blue series, and I want to say out of the Calamity Trigger or Continuum Shift, I played more of Calamity Trigger. I had it available first on PSP and then on PS3, and I think later on got Continuum Shift. I think from both of these two on PS3 I got at GameStop, and then one of them, I think the portable, was at a pawn shop. But to be fair, I really haven't played the Guilty Gear series, but have been kind of collecting some of the games and stuff, so that whenever when my hubby and I can be able to sit down and enjoy some fighting games, we can be able to play these together. But yeah, now that I actually look at the Blaze Blue games, I feel a little bit sad for one of them. I mean, it does have stickers, residue that you can get off with Goo Gone, but then there's like one sticker that's here that was on the inside of the case that's just completely messed up the spine for it. I don't know why back at, game stores and stuff, why they would have to put a sticker, not on the plastic, on the case. They put it just directly on the spine. It's a little bit, kind of throws me off, but oh well. But yeah, for these two, we got them each for $14.99. And luckily also for both of them, they came with their manuals, which I thought was really cool, because sometimes it's a hit or miss. So yeah. And then I did realize beforehand the technically 3 Guilty Gears that we had before we bought those two was PSP Guilty Gear Judgment. And technically we do already have prior the Guilty Gear XX Accent, but it says it's Core Plus for PSP, and I guess I'm just showing these just for the fact of kind of showing what we have already. So with those 3 right here, we have these 2, and I have played a little bit of these now that I actually think about it, but not enough to really, put in my 2 cents about it. So I'm hoping that will change, sometime this year to be able to get to some of these, definitely. But yeah, for $15 a piece, I think that one was good. Let's see here. The next on our list, I'm gonna choose this one. We're gonna do our PS4 games, then I'll finish off last the Switch game. It's gonna be the Idolmaster Platinum Stars. This one, along with 3 other games, were all purchased together in March, a few days ago actually, and they were purchased with store credit. My hubby and I had gotten a good amount of store credit together from stuff we had submitted to the game store, whether that was a good chunk of it was like figurines and some other stuff here and there. And I actually might do it for the same for one of my manga sets, now that I think about it. I want to keep the Ah My Goddess, but then maybe send off the Negima. I think so, yeah. But regardless of that, though, the reason why I picked this up was because it was a really good deal. It was, I think, $24.99, and not really using the cash, using the store credit that we had. And I had played a bit of and imported the one that was the Idolmasters 2 for PS3 from Japan, or technically from Play Asia. and then they shipped it over. So this one I think has a more similar mechanic to the PlayStation 3 one of this for this. The reason why I say that is because also there was some Idolmaster games that were on the PSP system, and also some of those games also got ported over for a time period on the North American Apple Store, maybe on the Google Play Store, I'm not certain. I still have that Idolmaster game on my iPad. It's sad, but yeah, they took it off the App Store. If I remember what it's called, or I'll actually add it in the description in the video down below which game it was. But there was 3 of them, and you had it where the musical notes were like blue and pink, and then whenever you hit both the blue and pink at the same time, it would turn green, and they would just kind of go around the screen and stuff. But once I remember that one, I'll let you know. But I think this one has at least 21 songs. I don't know, probably has more songs for downloadable content. If not, then and or more like outfits, accessories and stuff for the characters. I have no doubts that they probably did make a DLC for this. Probably won't invest in the DLC, but it's really cool that we're able to get this for dirt cheap. The guy at the store was saying he was having a hard time trying to find a price point for it. So he had to you know, compared some prices online, and he just made one instead, which is really good. Because if it was like, I don't know, 50, 60, I probably honestly would just drop it. Regardless of the trade credit, I'm like, no, it's just not worth it. Alright, let us see here. Next set of games. We have Dragon Quest Builders. So, hubby and I, we got the second game a month or 2 back from Target, and it was brand new, and I still think they have a few copies left. I don't know if it's the same price point or not, but those are being clearanced down to $10 brand new at Target. So we ended up getting one of those, and recently just saw that a GameStop had the first game available. It was $14.99, more expensive than the brand new second game that was clearance down. But just kind of to grab it just to see, because I think for the first and second game, since it is a mashup between, you know, building like in Minecraft, but then also has Dragon Quest in it where it has like a story mode, just to see what the story was like in this one versus the second one. I know it's kind of strange too. It feels kind of weird to like buy any type of game and you get like a game that has a number on it and you don't have the first one. If it's just maybe like 2 or 3 games, then it's, I don't know, I feel more inclined to grab it. If it is a game where it's like the series has like 10 plus of that game, and we can all think of plenty of games that are more like numbers 1 through 10 plus, and you don't have all of them, I think that's understandable if you don't. But definitely if there's like 1, 2, 3, and so on, and they're reasonably priced, why not grab it? Just to be able to try it, enjoy it. So yeah. And that, yeah, I just looked on the inside, but it was just showing this receipt for the $14.99. Oh, but the actual artwork for the disc is a little bit different than the cover art. This one he has it over the head, the little block, and this one he's carrying it to the side with the slimes. It's cool. Alright, we'll put these to the side, maybe down below me. I have like different piles that I'm trying not to make sure I re-grab those same piles again. I think I'm good. Yeah. Alright guys, next one that we have is going to be this one. I looked at online, different reviews, a little bit of gameplay here and there, but not too in-depth about it because I didn't want it to spoil like certain things for it. And I thought it was unique. It originally was on the PlayStation Vita in Japan. I don't know if we got this as a Vita game, digital and physical. I don't think physical. I've never seen it physical for the Vita over here stateside. I could be wrong. It might be something I'll just look at later just to see. But that is going to be Metal Max Xeno. And I have heard mixed reviews. What seems to be what makes this game really shine is going to be the tank customization feature that's here. And I think that's really what I wanted to go for. I did like the art style, But I do feel like it's weird. Like I'm not like a huge fan of tanks, but like in the games like Valkyrie Profile, or like the series for it, I like to be able to, or how should I put it? I think tanks are cool, plain and simple. Tanks are cool, but to be able to have that feature where you can play in game not just as, you know, being in a tank and playing, but to have that customization ability, I said why not. This one was purchased on Best Buy's website, and I think it was around $20, $21. I don't know if it still is or is not on sale, or if it's still available. Maybe it is. But why not? Because there's certain games where if I'm kind of on the fence on, then I'll watch some reviews. I'll check to see if it was on other consoles. Because if it is on other consoles, then I might choose the one that's cheaper, for example. But yeah. And then on the inside, not really, you know, no manual or nothing, just has a neat little design on it. And that's pretty much it for the disc. Alright guys, the stack is getting smaller. Let's see here. I'm going to choose this one. This one is Steins Gate Elite. Funny about this one was it was purchased at a GameStop, and it was a clearance item. So originally still new, just it had been sitting on the shelf for so long that it ended up getting a price reduction until finally it was around $8 and change for this. And yes, whenever the gentleman got the game out of the yellow, not yellow, white sleeve, it did come with a voucher code on the inside, and on the back of the case it does state voucher code included 30 plus hours of never before released content. So I was really happy that the voucher code was, one, there, and two, check to see on the PlayStation 4 that it was I was able to redeem it, and yes, that was the case. I was able to redeem it, download that DLC code to be able to play it later on whenever I pop the disc in. But yeah, Steins Gate. This is a visual novel style game, and if memory serves me right from researching a little bit about this game, to my knowledge it does have like an anime manga adaptation. But I haven't watched the anime yet, nor read the manga, but I hope, you know, that will change soon. Have more time to be able to do that. What's cool about this though, I think, is that this game also released in 2009, but unlike the 2009 version, it has anime scenes, or scenes from the anime of Steins Gate placed into this one. So it's not just a re-release of the 2009 game. They added content from the anime video-wise within the game, which I thought was cool. And I do like a good visual novel once in a while. Normally though, I guess when it comes to visual novels type game, it would be, I guess, on the PlayStation Vita. It would be more of like a female protagonist with male, like a reverse harem type visual novel. I've played Code Realize, and I need to play the second one. I don't have the second one available on Vita, but I do have the combo pack where it was released on PlayStation 4. And just playing a good visual novel is good, whether it's like a murder mystery type of thing, or just mystery and then trying to solve like hidden like gaps between like memory loss for that character, or anything like that really. But yeah. And then I flipped over the voucher code. I guess it doesn't really matter since I've redeemed it, but eh. Alright, next one. Shenmue 3. This one was $18 on Best Buy. Nope, not Best Buy. On Amazon. Yep, on Amazon. Shenmue 3. I'm trying to remember if originally when it came out, if it wasn't a $60 game, but maybe a $40 game. I don't remember. I feel like it might have been more 40 than 60. Correct me if I'm wrong originally. But for less than $20, I think this was a good purchase. It was funny, I texted it to my hubby about it. Been, you know, at home working, didn't want to bug him, but then he just gave the thumbs up to order it, so. We have Shenmue 1 and 2 for the PlayStation 4, so now whenever we get a chance to play 1 and 2, we can instantly go to number 3. And then, not really anything different from the disc-wise versus the cover art, honestly. I mean, technically, like, there's a gap so that the characters won't hit too much the actual center of the plastic piece right here. Moved it over a bit. Let's see here. We're going to developers of Spike Chunsoft, Crystar. And from what, because this was also with the batch of the Idolmaster game. This one and the next 2 games are going to be more on the expensive side when it came to using the store credit. This one was $49.99 chunk that it took out from the store credit. The concept for it seemed interesting on the back. The art style looked phenomenal. And it was just really a nice touch to be able to add such a really nice concept art book on the inside. It's not a hardback or anything. It's more in the style of like a little manual booklet. But I really did appreciate that they even added that to begin with, honestly. So just to show some of the stuff here, not all of it. But I thought that was really cool. Let's see. I think if you get the PAL version of this game, it's cheaper than the North American version. From what I've seen at GameStop or Target or Best Buy, at least within my location, within like checking online, within like GameStop has an option where you can be able to check a game and it will show between like 15 miles away from your location or like to the max 100 miles away from your current location. We didn't see anything online for the GameStop within our general area, as well as didn't see it on Best Buy or Target's website. And then I think recent, I don't know if they've disappeared by now, was just showing some of the copies for the PAL release, but not the North American release. So I don't know if honestly for Crystar, if they just did a low print batch, they might have honestly. But for something that was unusual, and we wanted to use our store credit, because we had been saving it for quite a while, the credit, we just let it build up, why not? Alright, these two I'm going to put side by side. Everyone pronounces the name of the series differently, so Danganronpa, hopefully, are close enough, honestly, for pronunciation sakes. There's like different videos on YouTube of people pronouncing the name differently. You should go check it out if you're interested, but yeah, there are like little video footages and stuff of like different YouTubers pronouncing it differently and stuff, and there was a person that just compiled a little short video of that. But I digress. This is going to be Ultra Despair Girls and the Killing Harmony V3. So for these games, I've already played them all when it comes to playing them on the PlayStation Vita, and I enjoyed them thoroughly. And of course, when it comes to another episode for the Ultra Despair Girls, it's a different style of gameplay than 1, 2, or 3. It's going to be more of a third-person shooter that you have over here. And it's just honestly fun. Even though it has different game mechanics, it's still lovely in itself. And it's kind of like a 1.5 within the game, like between games 1 and 2 for this one. But there's not many like third-person shooters that I would say really stick into my mind. But this one is what I would say would be one of them, though. It might not be like the best, but it's still, I like the different mechanics and stuff, and you unlock different features for your little gun as you advance throughout the game, which I thought was really nice. Killing Harmony V3. I want to say out of the series, I think I enjoyed 2 a little bit more than 3, but not by a lot. I can't really like spoil it and stuff, but it adds other like game mechanics too that 2 didn't have. What was really cool about this set was, at least when it came to this one, it did come with its soundtrack CD. So as it states on the top, it's the Day 1 edition. I don't know if afterward they re-released it again on PS4 where it was just the disc by itself, or they just did the Day 1 editions and that was it. Besides like the collector's editions, which came out with a whole bunch of other stuff for V3, for another episode, and so on and so forth. Because I know in Japan too they had collector's editions of these games. But I shall show you inside because it does have a reversible cover art. The soundtrack CD contains 10 songs. And I want to say for each of these games they were anywhere between 50 to 60 for the store credit. So they were pretty hefty for their price point. I am not going to lie. But it really helps to be able to decide if you want to get something that's a little bit more on the pricey side, especially when it's pre-owned at that price point and not a brand new, by being able to look at it before making a decision. And it came with this little insert that's useless, but it came with it. Just warning information, limited warranty type deal. And then this one just came with the disc, honestly. It didn't come with any of its, if it did come with any inserts, it doesn't have it. It may not have came with anything in there, but I don't know. I guess I could watch other YouTubers unbox it for the first time, but I may or may not do that. Alright. Save I think, one of the 2 best ones for last. I don't know, the Danganronpa series was also really, really good. We have here, for PlayStation 4, 13 Sentinels, Aegis-Rim, A-E-G-I-S. I'll just need to look up a YouTube video to see how to pronunciate it, honestly. But what is great about this was, 1, it includes the 36-page art book, and 2, we did not pay the retail price of the $59.99 over here. So GameStop a few days ago did have this game available where it was under their tax day sale thing. Yay! They still have it going on right now. But I guess they were doing it in parts, or certain games would only have an extension for this many days before they would stop that price cut for it and move on to maybe a new batch of games, plus like discounting like t-shirts and other merch and stuff that they have on their website. So this was $40 instead of $60, so yay to that. I know there was a YouTuber online that I watched his video and he said he was able to get it a few weeks back. I don't know if it was GameStop or not. I should have paid more attention on that part when he mentioned it, but he was able to get it for $30. But wherever I was checking, whether that was Amazon, Best Buy, Target, all of them were still pretty much the same, $60. I think Best Buy was just making it go down by $1 for $58.99, which was kind of funny in itself, honestly, to just discount it by $1. I guess that's better though. I've seen some places like discount a game for like 1 penny, no joke. Or like you'll see a label on that game and it's like, price was $59.99. Price now is $59.99. And I'm just like, what happened? And it's like in the clearance bin. I'm just over here like snickering to myself like, how many people are actually gonna buy this for this? I'm like, no. Unless that game is like, one, no longer in production and hard to find, then yeah, that's probably, depending on if you really like it, a good deal. But so 13 Sentinels is also by the lovely people at Vanillaware. that has made like Odin's Sphere, Grim Grimoire, Dragon's Crown, just to name a few, because they've made others as well. And we have played, my hubby and I, a bit of Dragon's Crown, and it was also released, I think it was released on Vita, on PlayStation 4. I don't know which other consoles, handhelds it was released on, but at least those three. And for the amount of time that we have been playing it, we've really enjoyed it. The art style in this one is kind of wacky, funny, but the shading and detail, the style itself, it's just fantastic. It's lovely. It just brings something new, where, you know, when a group of people can be able to draw something that just really inspires you to, like, it just really opens up your world. I don't know if that makes sense, but, and I've played a little bit, but not a lot. I need to get back into it, because we do have it here, and that is Odin's Sphere. We do not have Grim Grimoire. I feel like I did have it at some point, but I can't find it. It's not on the shelf. So eventually, when we find it for a good price, Grim Grimoire will be added. But no, just Vanillaware in general. Oh, I remember on the Wii. It also came out on the Vita. If I see it right now, it's the Muramasa for the Wii. And it has a longer name at the end that I can't see because it's all the way up high, so I can't see the tail end of it, and I'm not going to get up, honestly. But it was released on the Vita as well. I remember seeing one of my friends during the time when I was grabbing my associates in college, and before the class was starting, he was actually playing that game in class. And the professor didn't mind, honestly, as long as, you know, you put it away before the lecture began. And I thought that was really cool. But, you know, years later, see it on the Wii, and I'm like, oh, cool. And it came with everything in it. And that one I have played a little bit more of, I think, than I have Odin's Sphere. But then I've played a lot more Dragon Crown than I have those two combined. But yeah. But besides the art style, there's supposed to be, I think, 3 different type of mechanics that work together within this game, which I thought was interesting. So you have one mechanic that's like the battle mechanic, and you have a second part that's like, I guess, more of like the visual novels type, where it's more of the reading material. And then you have the third one that I don't remember, but there are 3 mechanics that join to make a cohesive, what am I trying to say? A cohesive system with the game, which I thought was really, really cool. And I just watched a few videos of it, but just really, besides the mechanics kind of grabbing me and the art style, just really, wow. Like the wow factor for it was phenomenal. And then this actually does have the booklet, like I mentioned, that I should just show a bit of. Let me see if there's... It's just lovely to see mechs and tanks in a game. I don't know what it is, but it's just fantastic. Tanks, because I was mentioning the other game previously in the video, earlier in the video. But yeah, and then, last but not least, it's going to be Ys Origin. You could have gotten it through limited run, and the cover art would have been about the same, except for the backdrop is a bit darker, looking like an orangish gray black in the background versus a brighter look for it for the Best Buy limited run release. And this is the Best Buy copy right here. And recently, yes, my hubby and I have been playing Ys for the DS, and we just finished Ys 1, and it was just fantastic. Loved the like weapon type upgrades, the accessories that could be able to help you to see different new areas that were hidden once before, being able to talk to the different townspeople, triggering different events. Just, it was great. And we're actually going to be playing a bit of Ys 2 later tonight. And then after we play Ys 2, then we'll both jump into playing Ys Origin. But yeah, that's kind of the reason of grabbing that, just because we were curious about the series, and thought we'd give it a shot. Alright guys, so what did you think about this pickups? Do you have any recommendations for future pickups that you would recommend? If you do have any questions, please let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as possible. As always, thank you very much for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good day or good night wherever you are. This is Lynn Mooney signing out. Bye guys!